Hello students, welcome back. I'm Rinkesh sir, and today we'll continue with chapter number 9. Okay, today it's the fourth video lecture of chapter 9, that is ray optics and optical instrument. I hope you have watched my first three videos. If you like my videos, then please subscribe my channel. Okay, now in our previous three video lectures, we had taken the introduction, we had discussed about this spherical mirror, okay, sign convention, image formation, the position of image, type of image, magnification of spherical mirror. Then relation between R and F, that is radius of curvature and focal length of a convex concave mirror. Okay, also of the convex mirror. Okay, mirror equation. Okay, so all the topics were related to reflection. Now today we will start with refraction. Okay, so let's write down the main topic, refraction. Okay, now see what was happening in reflection. A ray of light was incident on an opaque surface, okay, and it was moving back again in the same medium. That was reflection. But what happened in refraction? A ray of light enters from one transparent medium to another transparent medium. And what happened when it enters from one medium to another medium? It bends. Okay, means it deviates from its original direction. Okay, let's take example. Let's take this is a glass slab, and here it's air. Now, what happens whenever a ray of light enters from one transparent medium to another? See, this was the original direction. Clear? What happened? It bends. Okay, this is the normal. Okay, what happens when a ray of light enters from one medium to another? It bends, okay, or it changes direction. This phenomena is called refraction. Okay, I can write it down. When a ray of light enters from one transparent medium to another transparent medium, it deviates from its direction, or it bends from its direction. This phenomena is called refraction. Okay, this phenomena is called refraction. Okay, the angle made between incident ray and the normal is called angle of incidence. Okay, and the angle made by the refracted ray with the normal is called refracted ray. Okay, and this angle is deviation. Clear? Remember, see, here it's air. So refractive index of air is 1. Glass slab, if you take a pure glass, then its refractive index is 1.5. So what is happening? It enters from lower refractive index to higher refractive index. so it is bending towards the normal. But if the ray enters from glass to air, then it will bend away from normal. Okay, so I'm repeating again, what is refraction? When a ray of light enters from one transparent medium to another, okay, it deviates from its original direction. This phenomena is called refraction. Okay, so just go through this topic. Next is laws of refraction. Okay, so let's take a quick revision of law of reflection. Laws of reflection where the angle of incident, angle of reflection, and normal, all three are in same plane. And second, the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. Okay. So now law of refraction. Again, let's take medium one. Let's take optically rarer medium. And medium 2. When the ray of light enter from lower optically rarer medium to optically denser medium, it bends towards the normal. Okay, this is the incident ray, this is the reflected ray. Incident ray, refracted ray. And this normal. This is normal at the point of incident. So the first law of reflection that the incident ray, reflected ray, and the normal at the point of incidence are in a same plane. Okay, so the incident ray, refracted ray, and the normal all are in a same plane. This is the first law of reflection. There are two laws, so this is the first one. Second, the ratio of sine of angle of incident to the sine of angle of refraction is constant. See, the ratio of sine of angle of incidence to the sine of angle of refraction is constant. So what does this mean? Sine I upon sine I. This is constant and that is n to 1. What is n to 1? Refractive index of medium 2 with respect to medium 1. N to 1 is this constant is refractive index of medium 2 with respect to medium 1. Okay, so I'm repeating laws of refraction, the incident ray, reflected ray, and the normal at the point of incidence are all in a same plane. Okay, Second, the ratio of sine of angle of incidence to the sine of angle of refraction is constant. Clear? And this constant is n21, where n21 is refractive index of medium 2 with respect to medium 1. Remember, n is the symbol of refractive index. Okay? So just go to the topic of laws of reflection. And yes, this equation is called Snell's law. Okay, this equation is called Snell's law. You have already studied this in standard N. Okay, so now go to this topic. Okay, now the next topic. The next topic is refractive index. Refractive index. Okay, so now what happened? Why why the ray when it enters from one medium to another medium it changes its direction? So actually what happened? The speed of light is 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. But that is in vacuum or air. When it changes the medium, the speed of light changes. It is maximum in vacuum, that is 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. Okay, so apart from vacuum, when in any other medium, its speed is less than 3 into 10 raised to 8. So due to this change in speed, refraction occurs. Okay, means the light is bang. Okay, so refractive index, or I will say absolute refractive index, it is the ratio of velocity of light in vacuum to the velocity of light in that medium. Okay, so let's write down definition. What is refractive index? It is the ratio of velocity of light in vacuum to the velocity of light in medium. Okay, so the formula for that, this is absolute refractive index. So this is equal to C by V. Okay, where C is velocity of light in vacuum, that is 3 into 10 raised to 8, and V is the velocity of light in medium. Okay, right? So let's take for medium 1. Let's write down here. for medium 1 if the refractive index N1 is equal to C by V1. And for medium 2, N2 is equal to C by V2. Right? So for medium 1, the refractive index is C by V1. For medium 2, the refractive index is C by V2. Now, for refractive index of medium 2 with respect to medium 1. What we have to do? We have to take the ratio of velocity of light of medium 1 with respect to velocity of light of medium 2. Remember, we don't have to take a ratio like V2 by V1. You have to take V1 by V2. Okay, what we have to take? Ratio of velocity of light with in medium 1 to velocity of light in medium 2. So what will be N21, refractive index of 2 with respect to 1? This will be V1 by V2. Don't get into confusion that this will be V2 by V1. See here, refractive index of medium, the velocity of that medium with respect to vacuum. Okay, we are taking here refractive index of medium, that we are taking velocity down side. So refractive index of medium 2 in denominator with respect to 1. So now if I take here, I can write down V1 is equal to C by N1 and V2 is equal to C by N2. So this will be C by N1 upon C by N2 and 2 by N1. So what is N21? Refractive index of 2 with respect to 1, refractive index of medium 2 with respect to medium 1, these will be N2 by N1. And what was Snell's law? Right? Snell's law, sine theta 1 upon sine theta 2 is equal to N2 1 or sine I by sine R. That was equal to N2 1. So sine theta 1, what is theta 1? Angle of incidence. Sin theta 2 angle of refraction. This is n2 by n1 or n1 sin theta 1 equal to n2 sin theta 2. Okay, clear? Now see, whenever a ray of light enters from optically rarer to optically denser medium, okay, when a ray of light enters from one optically denser to optically rarer medium. Okay, that means what is happening? Denser to rarer means here the refractive index is higher. It is going from higher refractive index to lower refractive index. So the velocity of light decreases and hence it bends away from normal. Okay, clear? And second, if it enters from optically rarer to optically denser medium, that means from air to glass or air to water, right? It is going from less refractive index medium to higher refractive index medium. So its velocity decreases. So what happens? Bends towards normal. Okay? And one more point, if the ray of light is in the direction of normal, it will move in the same way. If it is this is the surface, if ray of light is moving in this way, it will move in the same way. It will not bend. Okay, if it moves to in the direction of normal, it will not bend. Okay, so I'm repeating once again. What is refractive index? It is the ratio of velocity of light in vacuum to the velocity of light in medium. That is the absolute refractive index. Okay, this is relative refractive index. Relative refractive index of 2 with respect to 1. So formula n equal to c by v, where c is velocity of light in vacuum and v is velocity of light in medium. Now for medium 1, the refractive index will be c by v1. For medium 2, c by v2. So if I want to find out the refractive index of medium 2 with respect to medium 1, I have to take the ratio of velocity of light in medium 1 to velocity of light in medium 2. So this, okay, I will get n2 by n1. Putting Snell's law, I get sine theta 1 by sine theta 2 equal to n2 1. Okay, now remember two important points. When a ray of light enters from denser to rarer medium, it bends away from normal. And when it enters from rarer to denser medium, it bends towards the normal. And third point, if it goes the direction of normal, its direction is unchanged. It will go in the same direction. Okay, so just go through this topic. Okay, so that's it for today. Today we have learned about refraction, law of refraction, refractive index. Okay, we'll continue the topic of refraction in the next video. Okay, thank you.